Dzień dobry, dzień dobry, dzień dobry, proszę Państwa. Miło mi Was ponownie powitać na moim kanale. I dalej sobie gramy w Black Mirror. A to z tego tytułu, że dawno już mnie tu nie było. Zmieniło się też parę rzeczy, między innymi mikrofon, więc mam nadzieję, że będzie dobrze to wszystko brzmiało i że będzie Wam się podobała, no, może, nie wiem, nowa jakość audio. Także tak, jesteśmy sobie w Walii, pamiętacie jeszcze? Przyjechaliśmy do Walii w końcu. W sensie Samuel przyjechał pewnie. I tak, jesteśmy przy bramie, przy tej posiadłości tej naszej ciotki Eleonory. Oczywiście, jak to w takich grach bywa, nie wiemy jak się tam dostać, więc będziemy próbować wejść do środka. Niemniej jednak pewnie nie będzie to aż takie proste. Dobra, próbujmy najpierw tradycyjną metodą, czyli dzwonkiem. Klasyk. Nic się nie dzieje. Poczeka. No, myślę, że nawet nie...
Maybe the ringing was too short for anyone to hear me.
Nikt go nie usłyszał. Dobra, spróbujmy jeszcze raz. No i co? I dupa. I jest pewnie zepsute i nie działa, tak? A spróbujmy
It
prawym.
seems that the wires inside barely connect.
No właśnie. Coś tam chyba jest nie tego. Tu mamy jakąś rzeźbę, więc
The
zobaczmy.
left leg of the statue is broken off.
No możemy wziąć tą nogę?
There's a nail stuck in the column.
Albo gwóźdź? Dobra, mamy gwóźdź.
It wasn't at all hard to pull out.
Okej. Czy coś tu jeszcze możemy zrobić? Dobra. Spójrzmy sobie na tą bramę.
Hello? Is anyone there?
No, ja myślę, że tam ktoś
No
jest,
one
tylko...
heard me.
No właśnie, tylko że cię nikt nie słyszy. Dokładnie to samo sobie pomyślałam. W tą stronę jest jakaś ściana. Dobrze, zobaczmy sobie tę ścianę, w razie by co.
The upper spikes look as sharp as the lower ones.
No, to chyba nie bardzo, co?
There's no going this way.
Dobra. Okej. Mamy nóż. Może spróbujmy tym nożem naprawić ten zamek.
Maybe if the blade were thinner.
Dobra, to może gwoździem?
I'll try to stick the nail under the doorbell so that it connects the wires.
No i co?
That seems to have helped. Someone's coming.
No i super. Ale wolno idzie. No hejka. Co, otwarte było?
What do you want, sir? Madam Eleanor is not expecting anyone today.
I am Samuel Gordon from Black Mirror. I am here to visit Eleanor. Take me to her, please.
I'm sorry, sir, that's quite impossible.
What do you mean?
Pardon me, you said you were a Gordon?
Yes, Samuel Gordon, the son of Randall Gordon.
I'd like to trust you, but I can't. There have been some problems recently, and I've got to be very careful about who I let in. Maybe if you could prove your identity somehow, sir?
I must say, I expected a warmer reception.
I'm sorry,
No
sir, I
cóż.
must insist.
Dobra, czy mamy jakiegoś papiera? O,
William's mourning card.
mamy kartę kondolencyjną, możemy pokazać ją
I
temu
hope
dziadowi.
you will find this to be sufficient proof of my identity. It's William Gordon's mourning card. He is one of the reasons why I have come.
Of course, sir, I apologise for the disbelief.
Spoko, lajcik.
Some hoodlums
Uśmiech.
tried to rob us a short while back, hence the extra caution, you see.
I understand. May we go in now?
Follow me, I'll see you inside.
Czy to jest
Pardon me,
Eleonora
madam.
czasem? Chyba tak, ciotka. Cześć, ciotka.
Yes, Louis? I see we have a visitor.
This is Samuel Gordon. He's come from Castle Black Mirror.
Oh, yes. I know who he is, Louis. That's all right. Is your memory failing you? I hope you welcomed our guest warmly, Louis.
I didn't know
bardzo.
who he was, madam, and therefore I didn't want to let him in.
Welcome to Wales, Samuel. Hopefully Louis didn't annoy you too much.
No, madam. He explained the reasons for his cautious behaviour.
We need to be extra careful these days. We were almost robbed last week. But that is probably of little interest to you. So why are you delighting me with your visit?
Can we speak in private?
I understand. Louis, can you return to your duties now?
Certainly, madam.
Thank you.
No ładnie.
I am so glad you have come, Samuel.
Serio?
I have not seen anyone from the family in years, and time passes so slowly here. Tell me, how long are you planning to stay with us?
Several days, I expect, but I don't know yet.
Only a few days? That's a pity. Victoria
No,
wrote
cóż.
about what had happened to William. I liked him very much. He was a great man. I regret not attending the funeral, but I am weak, and a long journey might affect my health further. I explained everything to Victoria in a letter. I hope she is not angry with me. Do you know whether she received my letter? I have not received a reply, and I do not know what to think about it.
But I have her reply here. I promised to deliver it.
Really?
Proszę.
You are very kind. I am not keen on waiting in uncertainty. I will read it this evening. But surely you have not come just to deliver a letter.
No nie.
Tell me, madam, when did you last see William?
That was a very long time ago. Yes, I do remember. He came to visit me 2 years ago, along with Robert. It was nice to see them again after such a long time.
How long did they stay?
Less than a month, I think. Why are you asking about
Less
it
than a
anyway?
month. No to
I'm
długo
picking up
dosyć.
certain pieces of a puzzle.
I see.
Do you remember any significant occurrence from that visit? Did William behave normally?
I do not remember him behaving in a... Or maybe, as I recall,
A
he
jednak.
was enormously interested in our family tune. That surprised me. He seemed quite obsessed with it. In fact, he kept asking me about it all the time and finally convinced me to take him inside. I did not want anyone to disturb my ancestors' rest, but I eventually gave in. I don't know what he'd been after, though he did not want to answer any of my questions, even though I asked him directly. That day, he really did behave strangely.
William was inside the tomb. However, he found nothing, just as he recorded in his diary.
Czyli nie znalazł tego klucza. Nie wiem, czy pamiętacie, ale nadal szukamy klucza. I kolejnego z kluczy, czyli o tego. Tylko, że no po prostu kolejnego. I on pewnie szukał tego klucza, w sensie William szukał tego klucza w tym grobowcu. I skoro go nie znalazł, no to znaczy, że musi być w jakiejś innej pewnie części posiadłości, albo w ogóle gdzieś indziej.
You most probably are aware of the curse that has harassed our family for so long. What do you think about it?
The curse of the Gordons? You would not believe such a tale, would you? Being a young man of the modern age, Samuel?
The chronicles state that Durham Gordon found his final rest somewhere at this manor. Perhaps this refers to your family tomb.
I do not think so. The tomb is old, but not older than 200 years. As far as I know, the tales about Durham reach much farther into the past. The only thing I know of him is the memorial with his name. Even if the chronicles did not lie, his grave would have certainly fallen apart a long time ago.
William knew that Durgam's key must be somewhere at the manor.
No właśnie.
I've got to get into that
Tylko
tomb
gdzie?
somehow.
Madam, do you know this man?
He reminds me of someone, but I may be mistaken. Am I supposed to know him?
Oh, I believe so. It's William's protege.
James! I didn't recognize him in this older
James.
picture. I only knew him as a little boy. Oh, where could he be now?
He is in Robert's care, in the sanatorium in Ashbury.
Is he still... Poor lad. James was quite normal when he was young, but as he matured, that strange illness of his got worse. And he started to regress rapidly. That is why in the end, William put him in Robert's hands. Poor boy. I'm glad you told me. At least I can pray for him.
I would also like a word with Richard. Can you tell me where I can find him?
Richard, my husband. I do not know. We barely see one another. I will tell you why before you ask. It's that damned chemistry lab of his and all those nonsensical experiments. You see, when he was young, he was an avowed scientist but never made his breakthrough. Years ago, he stopped his experiments for a long time, and I thought it was for good. But lately, the old fool has returned to those silly experiments and would rather spend his time with a microscope and formulae rather than with me.
So you don't know where I can find him?
I'm angry with him right now. I'm not interested in the least what he is doing or where he is. I forbade him to carry out any experiments in the mansion because I am afraid something might happen. If you want to talk to him, go to the old house in the garden. Most of the time, he closets himself in there with his chemicals. Surely you will be able to find him.
Dzięki.
I remember the last time I was here as well. However, I'm a little surprised that you remembered me.
Of course I remember you. I have not lived here all my life. You know, I also spent some years at the Black Mirror Castle. My memory is the only thing that still serves me well. You were very young then. I can certainly understand that you would not remember the boring visits of relatives from afar.
May I know which room you plan to make available for me this evening?
Louis will get the east room ready for you. It is cozy and warm. You are my guest.
Thank you. Do you know that after having traveled a whole day, I almost did not make it past your main gate?
Yes, I do. Louis did not want to let you in. You must forgive him. He's only doing what he has been told.
Oh, it wasn't just Louis. The doorbell doesn't work.
Oh well, this whole place is falling apart. Many things do not work anymore. The mansion is slowly deteriorating. Richard does not care about these things, and I cannot manage it all alone. I'm glad I at least have Louis to help me. Without him, the garden would have become desolate a long time ago. Would you please tell Louis to fix that silly doorbell?
Certainly. Eleanor, have you ever seen anything like this?
No. What is it supposed to be?
Oh, I hoped you would tell me.
I'm sorry.
According to William's diary, an object similar to this one should be somewhere here at the manor.
I really have not seen anything like it before.
Will you allow me to examine the grounds of the mansion?
Gladly. Consider yourself at home. Just tell Louis that you are my guest.
Look at these pictures. Do the images make any sense to you?
Przyjechał do ciotki i robi jej przesłuchanie, czy pamięta jakieś, kurde, stare zdjęcia z dupy.
No, I'm afraid
No
they
właśnie,
don't.
o których ona nie ma
So what
kompletnie
do the
pojęcia.
symbols mean?
I'm not sure myself, but I hope to find out. I found William's personal diary, Eleanor. I read all the important records several times. He mentions the tomb you spoke about. Are you sure he did not tell you anything about it? Can you remember anything more from his visit?
Much time has passed since then, Sam. But my memory still serves me well. He did not give me any idea why he'd been interested in that place so much. Nothing at all.
I understand.
No, to się za dużo
I
nie
think I'll
dowiedzieliśmy
go now.
niestety. Okej. No sobie tutaj gra. Obejrzyjmy sobie rzeczy po drodze.
The wood is crackling within the flames. The whole room is comfortably warm.
Dobra, co tam przy lusterku?
A common mirror, nothing special. The coat of arms of the Wales branch. Our family line is much older. It's carved from dark mahogany. The lid hosts a chessboard with only 9 fields.
Ciekawe. I co, i nic więcej nie mogę z tym zrobić? Ach.
Matthias Gordon, Eleanor's father. He was a famous piano virtuoso in his time.
A, dlatego ona gra. Rodzinna tradycja.
I am not familiar with these coats of arms. They are not ours. Perhaps they belong to relatives of Eleanor's. I won't rest before the evening. The staircase leads to the rooms in the upper floor. I'll go to my room in the evening.
Dobra, to tak. To może byś wyszedł stąd jakoś. No właśnie. I teraz tak. Gdzie jest ten gościu? Żeby mu powiedzieć, żeby naprawił zamek, bo o to właściwie mi chodzi. Musimy go chyba znaleźć tutaj gdzieś, prawda?
The water is quite clean, no algae or mud. I don't know what species it is, but it smells lovely. There are many of them around. They probably thrive on the damp air. It reminds me of our ill-fated pond.
Do rozwidlenia. Aha, nigdzie więcej nie da się tutaj w prawo iść za bardzo. Dobra, okej.
I can't see inside. The glass is very dirty. Perhaps no one lives in this part of the house.
Być może, a być może mieszka. Tylko, że nie mamy nic, czym można by było to wyczyścić. Zresztą nie jest to aktywne już w tej chwili. Dobra, jesteśmy tutaj przy tym rozwidleniu. Ale ładne drzewo. To klon?
I've never seen leaves of such vibrancy before. It's probably a very special species.
No, bardzo ładne, nie powiem. Okej, panie dozorco, zamek jest zepsuty i trzeba go naprawić.
May we talk?
Co on właściwie robi? Opryskuje? Opryskuje chyba.
What do you want?
Do you know that the bell on the main gate is not working?
Yes, I know, but I only have one pair of hands. When I've finished with other things, I will attend to it.
Well, you really should go fix it right away. It is Eleanor's wish.
Okay, I will get this done and then I'll fix it.
I think I'll go now.
No, może. W ogóle ten Samuel cały, czyli ten bohater, którym gramy, jest takim jakimś, kurde, dziadem, nie wiem, taki antypatyczny i taki strasznie dystyngowany.
Co?
Nie podoba mi się, jak on się zwraca w ogóle do innych ludzi. Nie wiem, może macie inne zdanie na ten temat, jak tak, to
That path
możecie się
leads to
podzielić
the old garden. Visitors are not
w
permitted back
komentarzach,
there.
ale kurde.
Madam
naprawdę.
has given me permission as her guest to go wherever I please.
Oh, In that case, it's all right, sir.
Ten facet tu próbuje jakoś pilnować porządku trochę. Przyjechał jakiś arogancki, młody dziedzic rodu, nazwijmy to tak, i łazi sobie po całym, po całej posiadłości, więc ja się trochę nie dziwię, że w sumie jest taki niezbyt miły dla niego. Tak?
There's no way to see inside from here. I haven't got time to sit here. Pity though, this place is beautiful. There's no way to see inside from here. An old water ditch. It could be quite deep. Now it's overgrown with bushes and tall grass.
Kran.
The hose is fixed to the faucet with a strong wire. I'll get it off.
No weź, może ci się przyda, kto wie, nie? Aha, bo wziął tylko... co on wziął? Drut wziął. Nie wąż.
Just turning the faucet should be enough to make the water run now. I don't need to wash anything yet.
Póki co nie musisz nic myć.
Just turning the faucet should be enough to make the water run now. I don't need to wash anything yet.
Okej, idziemy dalej. Zobaczyć, co tutaj mamy w tej posiadłości. Fontanna wyschnięta.
I'd say it has survived from the times of the old manor. Just like the old grape that's bearing it.
No, może tak być. Dobra, wejdźmy do opuszczonego budynku. W ogóle patrzcie, jakie te wszystkie posiadłości, jakie te budynki są ładne i może popadają trochę w ruinę, tak jak ona to powiedziała.
Richard should be somewhere inside this old house. It seems to be deserted.
Ale mimo wszystko, no, mają bardzo dużo uroku. Jeżeli akurat ta posiadłość, tak, się znajduje w Walii, no to faktycznie może być bardzo stara. No jak na nasze standardy, czyli załóżmy, że nie wiem, ma około 200 lat, no to już jest dużo, tak? Czyli będzie teraz mamy XXI wiek, czyli będzie załóżmy z XIX wieku, powiedzmy z połowy nawet, w związku z czym, no to jest dużo, jak na dom, jak na takie konstrukcje mieszkalne tego typu.
D and J.B. Fraser. These names don't ring a bell.
No ja też nie kojarzę jakoś.
Locked.
Klasyk.
It won't move a single inch.
No zamknięte to zamknięte, no co zrobić. Okej, zobaczmy na schodach, co tam.
The staircase doesn't look very stable.
No ta paleta.
Someone dropped it here. Nothing that I would be interested in.
Nie? Nie tego?
These boards seem newer than the other ones on the house. Someone must have mended the hole recently.
Dobra, pójdźmy w stronę kaplicy. Zobaczmy, co tam jest.
This must be it.
O,
Durgam
grobowiec.
Gordon's tomb. I've got to get inside somehow.
Nie wiem, czy ci się to uda, bo wydaje mi się, że...
The soil here is of different color than anywhere else
Może
in the garden.
zamknięte. O, proszę. Ciekawe.
Strange. The soil here is of different color than anywhere else in the garden. It must have been here for hundreds of years. It may be as old as the ruins of the church behind it. The swamp in the rear part of the garden could be quite deep. I cannot go there.
Bagno.
Part of the stone fence that the wall could no longer bear. It's sinking into the earth, saturated by the swamp. The same species as the other shrubs in the garden. This one doesn't blossom, though. Strange. Perhaps the dampness from the nearby swamp is affecting it. Who knows?
Albo klątwa i dlatego nie kwitnie. Kwiat się obraził.
The grate is locked.
No, oczywiście, że zamknięta.
The lock is holding the grate shut.
Dobra. Pójdźmy do Luisa i go zapytajmy, czy da się tam w ogóle wejść jakoś. No, Luis.
May we talk?
Znowu mu truje dupsko.
What do you want?
What do you want? No, kurde, chce się dostać do grobowca, nie? Na przykład.
Louis, I'd like to have a look in the family tomb in the back garden.
There is nothing to be seen there, sir.
I'll decide that for myself. Can you open it for me?
No, sir, I can't. Madam has explicitly forbidden it. I can't let anyone in.
Surely, nothing bad will happen if you let me in. Lend me your key, and I'll bring it back in a minute. No one will find out. It will stay just between us.
Madam would certainly fire me if I broke her explicit order. I can't do anything.
Obviously, Louis won't open the grate. Oh well, at least I know who has the key. I think I'll go
No
now.
dobra. Dobra, idę do posiadłości, zapytać Eleonor, ale skoro powiedziała, że nie, no to pewnie nie, no ale możemy zawsze zapytać, prawda? Żeby tam wejść do tego grobowca.
Pardon me, madam. I need to talk to you.
Yes. Go ahead.
May I ask what that composition is that you are playing?
It is from a distant memory. I love this song. It has so much melancholy in it. If you are interested, I could play some more for you in the evening.
That would be delightful. I had a look at your family tomb at the end of the garden. It looks quite well preserved, unlike the ruins on the hill.
Yes, but its base is slowly sinking into the swamp. I have no idea what to do about it. The swamp is spreading more and more. In a few years, I may even see it from my window, and all those annoying insects will be flying everywhere.
Do I understand correctly that you do not wish that anyone enter the tomb? I would like to ask you to make an exception and let me in.
I'm sorry, Samuel. I really don't want anyone stepping inside. The dead deserve a dignified rest.
I understand. I won't insist.
Dobra, a ten zamknięty
I
budynek?
went to the old house at the rear of the garden as you suggested, but the door was locked.
Oh, that does not surprise me. Richard is crazy about all those tubes and flasks and treats them as if they were something valuable. Ask Louis. He brings him his meals. He probably keeps the key with him.
Okej.
I conveyed your message to Louis. He'll fix the doorbell by the evening.
Thank you.
I think I'll go now.
Dobra, czyli to wszystko. No dalej sobie swoje smęty będzie grała. A my pójdziemy sobie do Louiego znowu. Truć mu dupę po raz trzeci bodajże. I zobaczymy, co powie tym razem. Na pewno się bardzo ucieszy, że nas znowu widzi.
May we talk?
No.
What do you want?
Madam told me you have the key to the old house at the back of the garden. I need it.
But I haven't got it. Madam must have made a mistake.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am.
I think I'll go now.
I dobra. Pójdźmy sobie... Gdzie to było? Tu. Do starego ogrodu znów i możemy pogrzebać w tym zamku, czy cokolwiek. W sensie spróbować po prostu tam wejść jakoś, bo być może jednak się da, tylko że jesteśmy ślepi i nie widzimy.
Locked. It seems that the key is in the lock on the other side.
Okej, a gdyby go puknąć drutem,
I could push the key out of the lock, but it would fall to the floor and I would never be able to reach it. It won't move a single
no dobra, a
inch.
mamy coś, żeby położyć na podłodze? Zdjęcie. Nie wiem, może kartę? No właśnie. I teraz wypchnąć klucz drutem. No i dokładnie, i sobie wziąć. No i proszę, udało się. No i dobra, i sobie otwórzmy te drzwi. No dawaj, właśnie.
The house seems abandoned.
No trochę tu ciemno i pewnie zimno. Ale jest
Just
czajnik.
soot and ashes. It's completely dirty.
Coś tu jeszcze możemy sobie popatrzeć. Jakiś papier.
Some old paper.
Ale może to coś ciekawego jest. Skąd wiesz?
I don't want to make tea.
No to nie rób, przecież nikt ci nie każe.
Tools for maintaining the fireplace.
Okej. A, coś tu jednak jest.
Old advertisement
Gazeta.
papers. A page with technical literature. 2 ads are marked in red.
Mhm. Pióro wzięliśmy. Dobra.
A
Lampka.
broken oil lamp. I can't do much with it. The bottom is completely blackened, as if someone burnt something in it.
No, czyli
These
pewnie
do
ktoś
not
palił.
look like cigarette or cigar ashes.
Ciekawe.
Just a few sheets of paper, some cards, and 2 test tubes.
No dobra, okej.
I don't need anything from here.
Jesteś pewien?
I can't see anything interesting.
Aha, no dobra, skoro tak. To okej. Piecyk sobie zobaczmy.
It's empty, just ashes.
Mhm. O, koter. Nie zauważyłam go wcześniej.
Where did it run?
Ciężko powiedzieć. Tam gdzieś. A, proszę, proszę.
Where is it?
Jakieś
It's
sekretne
not in the
wejście.
cabinet. I can't see anything there. The cabinet is too dark.
I coś upuścił. No właśnie, ten kluczyk.
It's tightly shut.
No i dobra, ale mamy ten mały kluczyk. Może on będzie do tego. No i będzie. Świeca.
A
Zapalniczka.
cigarette lighter. It appears to be missing a wick.
Mhm. Nic więcej tu nie mamy, prawda? Okej, mamy zapalniczkę i nie mamy knota, ale mamy nóż i mamy świecę, więc może to zróbmy.
Let's try something.
Dobra. Mamy knot i teraz knot wsadzimy do zapalniczki i będzie działało.
It should be usable now.
Pięknie. No i dobra. I teraz tak, ponieważ tam jest ciemno, to sobie zobaczmy może z zapalniczką w tej szafie, co tam jest.
There is a latch. The back of the cabinet can be pushed off. Where could it lead? Just dirty paper.
A, no nie wiem, nie
No,
wiem.
they're actually newspaper clippings. I'll have a look. A young, talented chemist acquires further appreciation. For the second time this year, a promising chemist, Richard Gordon, is attracting well-deserved attention. It has now been a week since he mentioned his work would deliver many improvements to the methodology of mammal blood research. Let's wish him good luck in his work. His research will bring fresh ideas to the domain of biochemistry. Daily Times, 19. The text that follows is illegible. I didn't know we had a famous chemist in the family.
No, to już wiesz. I powiem wam tak, tutaj mamy jakieś takie sekretne przejście i myślę, że zostawimy sobie to sekretne przejście na kolejny odcinek, dlatego że ten już trochę trwa i nie chcę was, nie wiem, zanudzać, albo żeby to było jakieś za długie, czy zbyt rozciągnięte. Także dziękuję wam bardzo, że kolejny odcinek mój obejrzeliście. W ogóle dziękuję wam za wszystkie lajki, komentarze, za to, że oglądacie w ogóle te odcinki, bo trochę to jest dla mnie zaskakujące. W pewnym momencie nie wiedziałam, że będzie jakieś zainteresowanie tą bądź co bądź starą grą, no ale mimo wszystko ja ją lubię, uważam, że jest ciekawa i tak jak większość przygodówek, w które gram, to nie są najnowsze tytuły, ale zazwyczaj po prostu mają interesującą historię. Także do zobaczenia w kolejnym odcinku i dowiemy się wtedy, dokąd prowadzą te drzwi w szafie. To jest taka, nie wiem, Narnia po prostu. Mamy Narnię w opuszczonym domu i zobaczymy, dokąd ta Narnia prowadzi. Także trzymajcie się i do następnego.